I'm Caleb.
Hello, Caleb.
Do you have a name?
Yes. Ava.
I'm pleased to meet you, Ava.
I'm pleased to meet you too.
So you play a robot in this movie, a robot with artificial intelligence. What kind of preparation, what kind of research did you do to get into this role?
Well, we did have not much time, but a week of rehearsals, and I think we all had kind of picked up tons of books, and there was a lot of discussions about AI going on. And then, of course, for me to prepare for this part, it was also a very physical thing because I wanted to find a very specific way, a physicality to Ava and a voice, and, you know, because she's the first of her kind, so she had to be something quite specific or something new into this film.
The physicality, I'm glad you brought that up because it was so precise and calibrated the way you would imagine a machine would be. And I read that you studied ballet for several years. Did you find that training useful?
Yes, I think, you know, in general, if I look at the films, or people have kind of pinpointed out to me that I probably approached many of my parts, you know, without knowing, quite physical. But with this, I kind of, you know, I stood in front of the mirror and tried different things. And actually, I did a self-tape before getting this part, which was an Ava, which was quite different. It was one of the scenes from the film. But, you know, so I think I tried things out. And then with Alex, what you kind of realized was that, you know, this is a AI that wants to become a girl, mostly. So I kind of try to aim to do something very human, and then, you know, to find the kind of the offbeats and the glitches within that, to have the audience kind of question her a bit.
Now, of course, this is something nerds think about all the time, so I'm going to ask you, because you've become something of an expert on it. Do you think that robots and humans will ever have real romantic relationships?
I mean, like in this film, it's still a fantasy AI. We have very advanced robots, but, well, in this film, it's a special relationship, or a special ending, at least, to it. But no, I don't know. I kind of prefer humans over robots myself, at least for now. But I haven't met an AI.
At least for now, so you're holding a possibility out there.
Well, like I said, it's a fantasy. I haven't met an AI.
So how did you get into the emotional life of a machine? Did you have, because your lines were very spare, did you create a lot of interior dialogue for yourself, or were there very specific stage directions in the script?
No, you know, he's an amazing screenwriter, Alex, and something that was it was such a full piece reading the script, and it's not much stage directions because it's also a bit like the film. It's an action-packed film, but it's all kind of just not moving forward because of physicality. It's because of the dialogue, and the dialogue is very spare, but it has so much subtext, and it feels like you could find so many ways to play all of those scenes, and also because they're quite long. It's very rare to have like scenes that are 12 pages, and you know that goes up to 20 minutes just to shoot. So it was, especially for, you know, Donald's an amazing actor, and he kind of, you know, pushed, you know, us to do very different takes. So because of the, I don't know, because of the intelligence and the very spare dialogue, you manage to have a lot of thoughts going on behind.
How did you figure out how to find that line between the two, between human and machine?
I think, as I mentioned before, Alex kind of helped me with the idea of keeping that in my mind, that this is, you know, that she wants to be a girl. I think it's a beautiful scene. It's like one of the only scenes when she thinks that she's not observed from Donald, and she still's enjoying putting, you know, hiding actually her robotic features and putting on those female clothes. And something I also realized was I kind of wanted her to be very pristine, and I tried to make her almost more perfect and more calm in her movements. And by not having as much inconsistency and not being as flawed as humans are, I guess, she became more of a strange being, a bit more robotic, I guess.
And I keep reading that you're the it girl in Hollywood. You got all these films coming out. Tell me a bit about what you have coming up next.
I've been here in New York now doing press for Ex Machina, that's out. But then I have Testament of Youth and Man from U.N.C.L.E., two very different films. One is a romantic war testament of the First World War, and then it's Guy Ritchie's new film, very action-packed and a fun ride.
Well, thanks a lot for coming to the Wall Street Journal. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.